CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. A judge in Fulton County has denied attempts to sever an elections interference case for former Trump campaign attorney Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesbrough in Georgia. Chesbrough's attorney, Scott Grubman.
Now to say that all 19 defendants should be tried together, including ones that don't want to avail themselves of the speedy trial demand, is really just nonsensical.
Attorneys wanted to separate themselves from the other 17 defendants, including former President Trump. They'd pleaded not guilty. Now, when this case does go to trial, prosecutors also said today that they do think this will take about 4 months. A lack of air conditioning is causing schools to close for the day in Philadelphia, where temps are expected to creep dangerously close to triple digits.
Hot, because a lot of the building isn't air conditioned.
It was a little, stuffy and uncomfortable.
It is intense for much of the country. CBS's Omar Villafranca is in Dallas.
Give you an idea of how persistent and just brutal this heat is. At 10 o'clock at night here in North Texas, it's still in the 90s. It doesn't really dip down until before the sun comes up, and it only gets maybe into the high 80s. So it is rough.
And forecasters are also keeping an eye on a storm that could become a dangerous hurricane in the Atlantic. CBS's Jim Casula has details on that.
Tropical Storm Lee is churning through the open waters of the South Atlantic and is expected to develop into a major hurricane, possibly Category 4, by the weekend, according to the National Hurricane Center. It's not forecast to make any landfall, but is projected to pass just northeast of the British Virgin Islands.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is visiting Ukraine's capital today, where he is expected to announce soon that the U.S. is sending them another $1 billion in aid. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
At a meeting with Ukraine's Prime Minister,
I'm here in large part at the behest of President Biden to reaffirm our commitment to stand with you.
the new money comes as U.S. allies worry Ukraine is becoming bogged down in its counteroffensive against Russia. Blinken claims there's been good progress in that counteroffensive.
A new COVID booster should be available soon. Megan Rainey is the public health dean at Yale.
We're expecting that it's going to be released in a week or two. The CDC is meeting next week to approve it. The data to date suggests that it is going to be quite effective against these new variants that are getting so many of us sick right now.
Nationwide, hospitals are seeing double-digit percentage increases in infections. It's even got First Lady Jill Biden. But the White House says she continues to have mild symptoms. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 70 degrees.